They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're poisoning the blood of our country.
Let them hear it in the White House. Are you with us? Si se puede.
From the days of colonization, immigration has been an integral part of both American history and society. Immigrants from different places have contributed to our society, creating in the process a diverse melting pot of ideas and culture. The vast majority of Americans today descend from immigrants who arrived during or after the first settlement in what is now the United States in 1607. In fact, as of 2013, more than 76 million Americans were either first or second generation immigrants.
Anti-immigrant perspectives have become more prevalent in recent years, especially among Republican candidates. With this rise in anti-immigrant sentiment in America has come a flood of disinformation about the people coming to live in the United States. Positive views about all aspects of immigration have fallen sharply in the past several years, indicating a shift in how Americans form their viewpoints on the subject.
Currently, more than 11 million residents of the United States are present illegally, with some sources citing a number as high as 30 million. With the recent re-election of Donald Trump to the presidency, implementation of a stricter immigration policy is expected. Trump has vowed to end birthright citizenship and deport millions of people upon assuming office. While many, including Trump, believe that immigrants bring negative effects to the United States, this is not necessarily the case, and making processes for immigrants harder will help neither immigrants nor Americans.
You've promised to end birthright citizenship on day one. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
We're going to have to get a change. We'll maybe have to go back to the people, but we have to end it.
One example of how the immigration system in the United States has become more restrictive is the de facto abandonment of the registry system.
So the funny thing about the registry for permanent residency is it's not really used almost at all anymore because I think a lot of the people who would be eligible for it, would be elderly. It helps provide a pathway that they might not necessarily have. And essentially, it has been moved since about, I believe it's 1986. And unfortunately, I don't foresee that date being moved in the future in the current climate.
One argument often presented against immigration is that their presence causes economic harm and hardship for Americans. This is not true. According to the ACLU, immigrant business and job creation actually brings more opportunity for American employment and growth in ways such as increasing tax income for the government and job creation in positions that can be filled by Americans.
Another way that opponents of immigration justify their cause is by claiming that a disproportionate number of immigrants are criminals. This is another false claim. While there have inevitably been incidents involving immigrants committing crimes, according to the National Institute of Justice, the overall crime rate among immigrants, both legal and illegal, is lower than that among natural-born United States citizens.
Immigration to the United States, a phenomenon that has been ongoing since before the country's founding, is nearly impossible to put a stop to. Both internal and external factors influence immigrant arrival. Investing so many resources into stopping immigration is both impractical and wasteful. Immigrants are overall beneficial to American society, and punishing the many because of actions taken by the few is both unfair and immoral.
Immigration reform is clearly an important task that the government should undertake. There are many ways to reform the system to make it fairer, more accessible, and more efficient.
There's a lot of reforms to be made in different aspects. I think one of the things that's in the forefront of many people's minds is DACA and providing a way towards permanent residency for DACA recipients. I think just being able to speed up processing times would be great. I think helping folks who have TPS, which is temporary protected status, because they can't return to their countries, I think helping them also have a better pathway would be helpful. But I think with the next administration, they're going to probably be pretty detrimental to TPS. Additional ways that could be beneficial, I think, would be increasing the amount of temporary work visas that are allowed for agricultural workers, especially. That would help both immigrants and help the employers, especially in Louisiana. We have a lot of farmers that utilize these visas that people don't even realize.
Problems related to the current American immigration system affect many people, including Americans and foreigners. It is important for our government to strive towards a better, fairer immigration system for all. Disinformation stokes fear in Americans and worsens the conditions that immigrants face. With a robust understanding of immigration and a system that reflects that, American society can become a fairer place, one where everyone can benefit from each other's presence.